Hey guys, I'm so excited. I found Nick OKelly. I know this is a little bit of a stalking moment, but since we're married, I think it's okay. I am gonna interview him today, how to make a good YouTube story. So let's see if I can get him. Hi, Nick. Is that you? Is that you, Nick? Nick, just one question. Do you have a minute? I'll be quick. Hi, how are you? So good to see you.
What can I do for you?
Nick, I need your help. My channel is growing. I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Well, you've come to the right place. Obviously, YouTube has done me very well. It's allowed me to afford all this stuff.
This whole thing and that Sprinter van?
All from YouTube. It's been amazing.
Wow, do you remember what it was like when you had 1,000 subscribers?
I mean, that was really a long time ago. I mean, we're talking like 3 or 4 months. My life has changed so radically since then. I just don't even... Of course, I'm just joking. YouTube has barely even paid for an oil change in our truck. We're at my brother's place in Mooresville, North Carolina. My mom is flying in here tomorrow. And then it's my brother's birthday this weekend. So we're getting some family time and enjoying that.
So Nick, I'm so excited you took some time out of your busy schedule to sit with us today. No, really, I'm impressed. You had only a few months ago about 400 subscribers. So in my humble opinion, you have had a rapid rise to success. And I have been taking note of what you're doing. So what are some of your top tips for making a good video?
The way we started this video with a little bit of humor and levity, I think is one of the first keys to success on YouTube. I think with videos on YouTube, the ones that I've seen that are successful, the channels and the videos do one of two things, and hopefully both. They either inform and educate, teach you how to do something that you want to know how to do, or they're entertaining. The people are funny, or they're really, really good looking, or they're doing something really interesting that fascinates you. And if you can marry those two together, where you're being informed and teaching and being entertained, I think that's the ultimate recipe for success. So that's where you should start. Videos need to be educational or entertaining, and hopefully both.
Yeah, funny and educational. Those are totally the videos I like. Rolling. All right, tip number 2.
Tip number 2, take off your damn sunglasses. No, seriously, with some of my first videos that were successful, I got comments and feedback in the comments section from people saying, take off your sunglasses. And my immediate reaction was, screw you. But I came around to see that YouTube is an interactive medium. It's not television. You have people who want to give you feedback, who want to talk about the subject of your video. And you need to listen. And of course you're not going to listen to people who are just being mean, like, you're dumb, you're ugly, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't listen to that. But if people are giving you feedback consistently, like, take off your sunglasses, or, hey, you really got to learn how to speak slower, you really should, listen to that and integrate that into your videos.
I can't believe how interactive this medium really is. I mean, the comments that I get, it's so fun to meet people this way and to have a dialogue.
Numero 3. Tip number 3 in making good YouTube videos. Keep your story simple. It's actually something that I learned a long time ago in the news business. Telling a story always comes down to 3 elements. They talk about the 3-act structure, blah, 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 blah. Here's what it is. Number 1, tell them what you're going to tell them. Then number 2, tell them. And number 3, tell them what you told them. So in a simple story about going to the store today, the first part would be, today we're going to go to the store. Then the second part would be, here we are at the store doing store-like things. And the third part's going to be, that was an interesting trip to the store. And that's the 3 parts of telling a story. Tip number 4, Mom was right. Be yourself. In the good old days of television, I could pretend to be a news anchor and listen to all the credibility in my voice. That doesn't sell. At least it doesn't sell on YouTube. People want you to be real. And the moment you are pretending to be somebody else, pretending to be an expert in something that you're not an expert in, or trying to just kind of inflate yourself, people smell it. It doesn't smell right. And it's so easy to click on to the next video. It's much better to be yourself. And if yourself means that you've got a speech impediment, you've got a speech impediment. If people don't like your speech impediment, to hell with them. You've got to be yourself. If you like jazz music, your videos should have jazz music in it. If you like banjo, you should have banjo background music, because you're going to find your tribe better that way.
I love this one. You have to make friends with yourself. You have to be kind. And when you speak on camera and to anybody and into your own self, don't say anything negative. It's not attractive. It's not positive. So be uplifting and share positivity and think well of yourself as you share.
So be yourself, be authentic. Now, what if yourself is kind of, just lackluster? Maybe you're tired, just long flight, and the kids are crying all night, and you're just not feeling up. You can't do that. You're inviting somebody to spend some time with you. They decided to click on your thumbnail. You got to bring a bit of energy. That doesn't mean be somebody else or act, but it means bringing the energy you would to a friend who's come over for coffee or tea or something like that. Come to visit you. This is somebody that you're excited to see. It's been a while. You haven't caught up in a long time. Bring that energy. It doesn't mean being false, but it also means, not just kind of, I'm not really feeling it. You've got to say to your audience, I care that you stopped by to listen to what I've got to say. Bring some energy.
Bringing the energy. So Nick would always say to me, you are so animated. Oh my God, you need to be on let me get the camera. And then at first he'd get the camera. I'd be like, and so I've really had to just embrace that I am an animated person. And when I get excited and passionate, like it's on.
Tip number 5. I think in the very beginning, there's a tendency to talk about a lot of things and really speak quickly because you want to get it all out there so that, your thoughts are all complete, and you just want to make sure that you don't leave anything out, and you just want to say, You're making your life so much harder. It is so much easier to edit a video when you speak in complete thoughts. Because when you speak up grammatically, it's easier to edit it out. And say something like, when you make a grammatical error, it's easier to insert that back in. Only if you're speaking slowly and with complete thoughts. So, making videos, slow it down. Get a complete thought out there, and then move on to the next one. Tape is real cheap these days. In fact, it isn't even tape, right? So do multiple takes. If you don't like how this next sentence sounds, try speaking it a different way. Put some pauses in there. In fact, in a lot of commercial shoots, they'll ask that you give it maybe 2 beats. So you complete your thought in the scene, and then you stop talking for 2 seconds.
So I really think your advice about slowing down, speaking slowly, leaving pauses in between takes really does make sense, because when I go to edit, I'm always happy when I have done that.
Number 6, think about your audience. And I don't mean this vast group of people. I mean, think about who in particular you're talking to. And the way I like to look at it is, I'm not broadcasting to thousands and thousands of people, even though hundreds of thousands of people will watch a video. I'm just speaking to one person, because that's really how this media is consumed. One person looking at their iPhone or their iPad or whatever and watching the video. Considering the audience also means talking to them about subjects that you have in common. If you are imagining an audience that's into basketball, it doesn't really make sense to talk to them about your basket weaving hobby. And the same thing works in reverse. Talking to your basket weaving audience about your passion for basketball doesn't make a lot of sense either. So think about who you're talking to, focus on that person, and then deliver it in a friendly way. This is the final tip, tip number 7. It's about scripting and notes. Early on, sometimes you feel like you want to write everything down, that you're going to memorize everything verbatim, and then you're going to get on camera and just repeat it back. That typically doesn't work or work very well. But you do want to be somewhat organized. You want to have notes that organize your thoughts in a way that you can recall them, you can refer to them easily. But with those notes, you want to ad-lib your speech. You don't want to go from memory. So by having a list of topics that you want to cover, also having a list of shots that you want to get, all written down beforehand, it's going to save you time when it goes to recording. But memorizing, skip it. You need to have that off-the-cuff sort of feeling with your videos.
That's a good tip. I used to make a lot of notes and try to have them next to me and look down, and it feels so much more natural when I can come prepared and then just let it rip. One of the best quotes I heard recently was that attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. And so I really, really value people's attention, especially with all the distractions and media out there for people to choose from. It really is an honor to have you watch my videos. So thank you so much for watching this. Hope that this was helpful and that you'll be making some videos and sharing them with me.